Welcome to the Daily Hizuk once again, Baruch Hashem. We keep on working on this midah of seeing the positive aspect in things. And when it comes to people, it gets very challenging sometimes to see the positive. In the Gemara, there is a famous Talmudic scholar. He was a great sage. His name was Elisha ben Avuya. And unfortunately, he went off the derech. He gave up the religion. Very, very hard to understand. To the point that his name was then called, from that point on, Acher, the other one. He was put totally in Haran. However, in Masechet Hagigah, there's an unbelievable story that on Shabbat itself, Acher was riding a horse, openly desecrating Shabbat, and Rabbi Meir was following him. And he was following him and learning from him. And it came to a certain point where Acher told the Rabbi Meir, we got to the point where you can't go anymore. You're only allowed to go 2,000 amot out of a city on Shabbat. It's called the Tom. It's called the border of the city. And out of respect for Rabbi Meir, he said, you can't go anymore because you keep the Torah. So in this great book that I'm reading, Positivity Bias, the Lubavitcher Rebbe explained something unbelievable here. He says, how do we understand the fact that Rabbi Meir is learning from Acher? Imagine today a person who leaves the fold totally, and now we're going to go learn from him, and Rabbi Meir, one of the greatest sages of all time, is learning from him? So, in order to understand it, the Rebbe says you have to look at Pirkei Avot. And in Pirkei Avot, there's an unbelievable teaching from Acher, when he was called Elisha ben Avuya. And he says, how do you compare the teaching to a child or to an old person? A child's like a blank piece of white paper. Whatever you write on it, it looks beautiful. An older person, it's not the same. It's like it looks like an erased piece of paper that you write on top of. That was his teaching. So the message he was giving was that even though I really turned out very bad, I did a lot of wrong things, but the teachings that I have from when I was just a little child is still pure and beautiful. What does Rabbi Meir teach in Pirkei Avot? Rabbi Meir says, Al tistakel b'kankan ela b'ma sheyesh bo. Don't look at the outer vessel. You got to look deep inside and see what's beautiful. Look at this unbelievable thing. Acher is saying, there's something still pure and good in me. And Rabbi Meir is saying, and I'm going to search out and find that good. That's what we have to do. That's an extreme case from the Gemara. But whenever we see a person, we could always find the good. Find that good point. Find that positive. Every single person has one. If we do that, the greatest Hizuk we have is that we're doing our part to end all the pain and the suffering. Because when we see the good in other Jews, Hashem, midah keneged midah, sees the good in us. Have a great day.